It was the film that changed how we all see sharks forever. Steven Spielberg's summer blockbuster Jaws, terrifying audiences. As Amity Island's great white menace wreaked havoc.
I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this.
The first film ever to gross more than $100 million in the States, gifting us these classic one-liners.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
It's great, isn't it?
Ooh!
Well, to help us celebrate half a century of the iconic film, we are thrilled to be joined by Jeffrey Kramer, a.k.a. Deputy Hendrix, live in Martha's Vineyard. That shark is fake, I'm assured. Good morning to you, Jeffrey. How
Hey,
wonderful
Jeffrey.
to see
Hello,
you.
nice to meet you, Sarah, Carl.
Mate, it's been 50
We're here
years.
at the 50th festival. It's very exciting.
I got to tell you, I mean, this was so groundbreaking in so many ways,
Yeah.
but at the time, I remember watching it. I actually watched it with my dad. It took me when I was 5 just to toughen me up. And it
that's
didn't
scary.
work.
Five.
It's such a marvel. It was such a difficult production, though, wasn't it?
It was unbelievable. They looked like they were going to pull the plug. We were way over budget. It took forever.
Yeah, right.
It was 100+ days over budget.
Wow.
And you know what? It was a perfect creative storm. Everything came together. The editing, the music, and what a movie. And it changed the world and the way movies are marketed. It spawned a shark conservation program. It was stunning.
I mean, it's still iconic now. You know, as we said before, when you hear that music, you know instantly that it's Jaws, and it's become the universal sound for anything scary. But, you know, you mentioned there all the cost overruns and everything. I mean, it all paid off in the end. And as well also for Steven Spielberg's career. I mean, he was relatively unknown at that time, and he's become one of the greatest directors of all time.
Of all time. And, you know, if you think about it, Steven's shooting it at water level. That's our eyes in. Made us all feel part of this adventure. He's brilliant.
Do you know, I think we look at it now and we see the shark, and you know, it's real, and it's the first time on film we saw something like that of that magnitude. What was it like working with the mechanical beast?
It never worked.
Did you give it a whack?
So the beauty was that as they shot out all the cover scenes, my part got bigger because they needed to keep shooting something. So it was heaven. And Carl, if you saw this at 5 years old, I should call social services on your parents. Too young.
I've got a woke father, and you know, it's like they just have.
They want to toughen you up early, don't they?
Well, they just don't care.
Sure.
But look, it actually was the start of the summer blockbuster as well. So it broke so many boundaries, and
It changed how movies are marketed. Totally.
And you liked it so much, you came back for a second go, Jaws 2.
Well, I came back, and then they had cut my part in two, and the director who cut my part in two was fired. And then they brought me back. So they said, what happened to the guy who was in the original? I liked him.
Yes.
It's all good.
Well, it changed the way we perceive going to the beach in Australia at the time, and it was a global sensation. What do you make of the theme, though, this musical theme? Because every time I close my eyes, there are very few things, very few films and things like that in pop culture.
It was perfect.
It was.
It was perfect. And when Steven heard that, he said, that's it. And then really embraced it. What a score, and what a difference it made.
Yeah.
And the editing, Verna Fields won the Academy Award for it. I mean, it was something. When Ben Gardner's head comes out of that boat, the entire audience, popcorn, it goes up in the air and everything.
I loved it.
Sodas. It was crazy.
It was wonderful.
I watched it the other day for the first time in 50 years, and look, it still gets you. Good on you, mate. Lovely to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Jeffrey.
Nice to see you too.
Nice to see you,
Thanks
buddy.
for joining us.
What a film.
Oh,
Watch it this weekend. It's still very scary.
It's just that music. Every time you hear it, it's wonderful.
Okay, enough.
Stop it now.